So match reaction, Manchester United vs Everton. It was a great result, but there are some negatives from the game. I think overall it was a positive result. As I said, 2 penalties scored. Penalties are part of the game. I think Garnacho, as you can see by the title, was the man of the match, but it wasn't a pretty performance. And I'm going to start with the negatives today. I think immediately we started off the game really poor, very under the pressure. I think Everton knew what they could do to get us vulnerable, and they did cause us quite a few problems. They man-marked Casemiro really well and knew when to attack him. They got the ball off him quite a few times and they did turn over possession. I think Casemiro's performance was absolutely dreadful today. I don't think he showed much in that game. He's very poor, particularly in that first half. And I love Casemiro. He's one of my favourite Manchester United midfielders. But for me, he may look like to leave Manchester United. I think we need to revolutionise our team. And yes, Casemiro is a great player, but he isn't getting any older. And I think we can certainly bring in a more holding midfielder. Now, as I said, Everton looked to target him, Casemiro, and they did get the ball off him. I think if there's any other team, they are more clinical. You look at Manchester, if we played like we did in the Manchester derby, we would have got slaughtered. I think Everton just missed their chances. And that was beneficial for us because we probably would have conceded 3-4 goals. There was very good chances in that half, and it did dismantle us on many occasions. There was moments where people were losing the ball. We see this very vulnerable. I think one quick pass from the other team or the opposition, particularly in this case Everton, they were into our half. I think Rashford didn't really do much as well today. Was kind of just staying on that left hand side, looked really static. Didn't look like he was going for the ball. And if you compare him to Garnacho, who's the man of the match of today for me, Garnacho is a player who goes positive. He goes for the ball. He's someone who goes towards the ball when it's not going to him. Rashford normally waits for the ball and doesn't really move. Garnacho will try something, go on the outside, get the ball and drive with it. Rashford was just pretty static today. I think as well, McTominay, we don't know what's going to happen with him, whether he stays, whether he goes. For me, in this game today was not good enough. He made a few good runs, but there was just a simple pass. There was more than one simple pass that he didn't do right, and that was hugely worrying because we rate McTominay really highly. We know he's someone who can score goals, and when you're doing the simple thing wrong, it does cause a huge thing for concern. I think we've seen that with McTominay today. His performance was not good enough, and the quality certainly wasn't there as well. I think Bruno, he was okay. Obviously scored the penalty, but for me, the main player for me was Garnacho. I think the defence as well was absolutely fantastic. I'll talk about Onana quickly. I'll go into positives now. For me, he was the big positive of the game. He was so composed on the ball, kept another clean sheet, and that's something that for me that's been rewarding. I think he's been quite unfortunate in the past few games to not get many clean sheets. And this one was a sign. I think he's second or joint second now with the most clean sheets in the Premier League, more than Alisson, more than Everton, I believe, and I think he's second behind Raya. So he's doing well. I think not many Manchester United goalkeepers started well. I know De Gea struggled. Onana certainly did really poorly when he first came in, so he is struggling, but I think he's slowly starting to find his feet, find his form, and he's looking really confident now, and that's something we love to see because Onana's a goalkeeper with a lot of presence, and for me, he's done so well. He made some good saves today. He's much more of a leader now, and I think you can see the quality shining out in him at Manchester United. I'm really happy with the performance. I think he did fantastic. Another positive for me was the whole defence. I'll talk about them each individually. I think Delo didn't have his great game going forward, but was solid defensively, was just clearing everything up. And for me, was particularly solid today. I think with Delo, he's probably going to get some rest now with Wan-Bissaka coming back, which is much needed. Or he might even be playing at left back as well. So more gain for Delo. I think he's doing really well though. Centre backs for me, Varane and Evans, absolutely fantastic. Varane made some really good interceptions today, was really physical. And for me, might be someone Manchester United look to extend a year. I think his contract's going to run out in the summer and you can't afford to lose him. I think his experience is valuable. His ability is absolutely fantastic. And for me, if it was a centre back to go, it would be Maguire or Evans. I think Varane, absolutely brilliant. Again, today, so calm, so composed and so collected, and offers a lot for Manchester United. Johnny Evans as well. He understands what it's like to play for Manchester United. His second time at the club now, and he was brilliant today. He was so composed, was driving with the ball as well. Really good interceptions, and you've seen it with the standing ovation he got when he came off the pitch. For me, he was brilliant today, and yeah, Lindelof for me was okay. It's just we're not going to have a left back for the remainder of the season. So it's going to be either him, Delo. If we can get Wan-Bissaka back, it'd be massive, because we can have Wan-Bissaka right back and put Delo at left back. That gives us a bit more stability at the back. But yeah, overall we did well. I think the XG, I think Eric Ten Hag talked about, I think it wasn't good. We did concede a lot of shots, and that is a huge worry. But yeah, it was really good. I think we did well today. It was a double. If you look at the goals, great from Garnacho to get both penalties. It's the first time I think that's happened in the Premier League of play, winning 2 penalties. Or certainly for Manchester United, he was brilliant today. He was unreal, so composed, and the ceiling for him is outrageous. Only 19 years of age, he's doing a lot and he's carrying our team now. I think you can say the job's done, but we did do well today, and it's a lot of confidence for us to take into our next game, which is a tough game at Liverpool. Now this is our last Premier League game for a few weeks now. There's obviously the cup game next week, and then we've got the cup game next week, and then a 2-week international break. But yeah, this game overall was fantastic. Well deserved penalties. We have struggled to have decisions go our way, and we probably could have had another 2 penalties, but penalties are part of the game. I think Garnacho's ability is absolutely fantastic, and the quality that he's shown throughout the game is absolutely unreal. His determination, his desire, and for me, he was excellent defensively. I think some of the players individually were absolutely embarrassing today. Some of them on the ball were really, really poor, and you could say it was papering over the cracks. But Eric Ten Hag, whether you're Eric Ten Hag in or out, he's going to be here to the end of the season, and you just got to support him for the past. I think we've got 10 Premier League games left now to support him, see what he can do. And yes, it may be difficult roads along the way with the players you got injured, but thanks for watching. Peace.